Every single day, you likely spend hours swiping, tapping, and scrolling through a steady stream of apps, videos, and online classes. You press a button, and the content you want appears instantly. But have you ever paused to wonder what is actually happening behind the glass? What exactly is a website, and how does it manage to travel through the air to show up perfectly on your screen? The internet is a massive physical landscape. It functions like a giant global road system, where websites are the buildings, and the internet itself is the network of highways connecting them all together. Learning to navigate this hidden geography is the first step toward understanding how our digital world is actually put together. The journey begins the moment you type a web address into your search bar. That address, like google.com, is called a domain name. It functions as the specific street address for a destination in our digital city. This map shows how your device finds that address using the Domain Name System, or DNS. Computers don't communicate with words, they use numbers. The DNS acts as the internet's GPS, translating the name into a numerical coordinate. Once locked in, your device sends out a request. You can see it here as a glowing signal, traveling across the internet's highway system to find its target. At the end of that road is a server. A server is a powerful, specialized computer that acts as the physical storehouse for all the images, text, and code required to build the website. After the server gathers the necessary files, they are sent back down the highway, rushing through fiber optic cables to reach your device. Every time you press enter, you are launching and completing a global, round-trip data retrieval mission. When those files arrive, your web browser, like Chrome or Safari, takes over. The browser acts as an interpreter for this code. It reads the raw code from the server and visually builds it into a digital space you can explore. Think of this digital building as a restaurant. To function properly, it has to be divided into two very different sections. The first is the front end. This is the dining room, the part you see and interact with. It includes the text you read, the colors on the walls, and the buttons you click to place an order. Beneath the floor is the back end. This is the hidden kitchen. It's the invisible system that handles the heavy lifting, like checking your password or retrieving your saved videos from a database. A great user experience requires both: an attractive front end for the customers to see, and a powerful back end to make sure everything works behind the scenes. Let's focus on the front-end dining room. To build the visible part of a website, we use 3 specific coding languages. This wireframe shows HTML, the website skeleton, providing basic structure. Next is CSS. It fills boxes with color and style as the paint and decor. Finally, JavaScript provides the behavior, making buttons interactive and bringing the page to life. No matter how complex an app looks, it's a combination of Layer 1, structure, Layer 2, style, and Layer 3, logic. Now we can see the full sequence. A domain finds the road, a server sends the files, and your browser assembles the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript blueprint. Massive platforms like YouTube and Instagram are built using these exact same blocks. They are simply scaled up into a vast digital skyline. To make these massive structures talk to each other, they use application programming interfaces, better known as APIs. These act like digital messengers, allowing one website to ask another for live data, like the current temperature or a user's account details. These connections turn simple websites into living, global applications that power our daily lives. While all these parts might sound complex to build from scratch, the way we create technology is changing. Modern AI tools can now act as digital assistants, generating layouts and writing code much faster than a human can type. But even with an assistant to lay the bricks, you still need to understand the blueprint. You must know how the system works to know what to build in the first place. The next time you open an app, look closely. Try to spot the HTML skeleton, the CSS styling, and the JavaScript logic at work. When you understand how the internet works, you stop being just a visitor. You become an architect of the digital future.